Hello and welcome to another video on the Mothman Cubed YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to do the pixel stretch in Pixelmator Pro. It is part of the Apple Creator Studio and it is a very fun program to use, so let's get right into it. I'll now show you how to do the pixel stretch on iPad. So you'll first want to select the column, of course, using the select tool over on the right side of the toolbar. Then you'll want to copy and paste it into a new layer, which I'll do here. On iPad specifically, you're going to have to move it back to where it was because it spawns, or not spawns, but when it's copy and pasted, moves directly to the center. So you'll want to line it up pretty much pixel perfect. Depending on how you have the subject, it's sometimes a lot easier to tell. Like you can use things on people like their ear or hair or something like that. Then you'll want to go into that menu and scroll down to where it says transform. And you would drag it to the side, but it has constrained proportions on. So toggle that off and then drag it all the way out to the side. Then at the bottom of that menu, you'll want to click warp, and that is where you can use each of the corner vertices and the curvature bars to make it curved and have like a flow to it. You can pretty much do whatever you want with trial and error, and there are some tricks like I'll show you with the other subject in a second. Now you'll want to go into the layer menu, duplicate it, and then remove the background of one of them, which it is doing here. It'll take a little bit to load. But then you'll want to move that subject layer above the pixel stretch warp group, and that makes it to where it's from behind the person and gives it a really cool effect. I'll do it now on the second subject to show you a quick trick. Once you zoom in, of course, select the column and pretty much repeat those steps. You've got copy and paste. You can do it like that as well, and you see in the layer there. Then deselect that, and you can just move it and line it up. This one was especially easy because of all the folds in his jacket. Then back to transform, constrain proportions off, and move it to the side. It helps a lot if you go to one of the two sides on the left or right. But now, if you can make it twist if you flip it in on itself, like you're twisting a piece of fabric almost. Now you can just adjust it to however you want it to look like. Don't worry about it being a very rigid line covering up the subject, because all you'll need to do is just move that layer forward. Now I'll go ahead and show you on Mac. So you're going to want to go ahead and zoom in, go to the select button, and do the rectangle select. And you're just going to want to pretty much, I'm using a car for this one, so I'm going to drag it across the body of the car and then adjust it. And since it's diagonal, I will need to move it down a bit. Pixel stretch doesn't work the best if you have it diagonal, because it would then have to be more than one pixel. I don't even know if you can select it diagonal, but I just did it like that and then moved it down to where I felt it was right. Then you're going to, of course, want to copy and paste that. I'm going to zoom in a bit, but you'll just use Command C and Command V for this one. Make sure that it's selected, and then you're going to want to not have constraint proportions on like I did there. So you'll want to undo that, so Command Z or the undo button. Toggle off constraint proportions, which is right here, and then you can drag it. You can see that a lot of the red and black of this car are standing out in this one, which is what I was trying to go for. And dragging that is replacing the transform thing. You can also do transform here. If you have constrained proportions toggled off before, though, it will not be toggled on in your transform menu and vice versa. Then you'll just click warp, This is where you can do the same type of curvature thing. I like to widen out the top a bit, like I'm doing here. Try to line it up with the edge a bit. Once we're done there, though, just finish adjusting this last little bit and make it a bit wider. You're going to want to do the exact same thing we did with the iPad, which is, but instead you're going to want to click Select Subject, because that does exactly what we need for us. Then you're going to copy and paste that, and then drag it in front of the warp group. Got that there, and that was all. So, got these two examples here. Hope you were able to use the tutorial, and see you in the next one.